It's almost time for me to start installing the tile that goes around the tub. And I just dug out my wet saw and I need to give it a little bit of a tune-up before I take it to the house and start cutting tile. Back there is a big chunk of quartz. That's going to be a countertop for this bathroom. The sink, this is a bronze sink that's going to go into this countertop. What I got to do today is get this cleaned up. I purchased this on Craigslist, I don't know, a long time ago. 7 years ago, 6 years ago, and it's worked great. It's kind of outdated. I just haven't had a reason to upgrade. What it is, it's very dirty. So I'm not sure if you can really see, but up in here is where a lot of this dust ends up, and this the saw, the moving part, can get hung up on it. So what I need to do is clean out both tracks, and I'm also going to lubricate the bearings that are on the saw part. The cleaner that I'm going to use is the WD-40 Specialist Industrial Strength Cleaner and Degreaser. Just going to squirt it on up in there and let it sit for a few minutes. There.
This rag up in there.
So how many bearings are on this? I think there's actually 4 bearings in this thing. Now to get up in there, I'm going to use this WD-40 Easy Reach flexible straw. This is the tile that I'm going to be using. This is a giant subway tile. It's got to be 6 by 16, something like that. I'll be taking a lot of cuts this lengthways. It's where this bridge saw really shines. Rip this thing right down. Cross cuts are easy. Back here is the tray that holds the water. I always have some extra tubing, because sometimes the tubing gets dry rotted and cracks out. Well, I need to bring everyone up to date. I skipped ahead a little bit without you. I put the first 2 rows on, as you can see. I just got started. My hands were all covered in thin set and just didn't turn the camera on. And there's not much time for dilly-dallying once you start putting these on the wall. So today, what I'll start off doing is cleaning up the walls, chipping off some of that stuff, scraping everything, making sure the tiles are nice and clean. And then I'll start doing some pre-cuts. I'll run this wall probably all the way to the ceiling. For a good tile job, you can't rush yourself. You gotta have patience, and it'll turn out much better than if you put yourself on a really tight schedule. Really like having this platform to work off of. Keeps all this stuff, all the thin set that drops off out of the tub. Don't want to scratch it any more than it already is. So these are some scrap pieces, and I'm just going to use these to fill in here, and I'll just bring it down and show you how I mark the ends. Very similar in what you do for pre-finished hardwood flooring. You just flip it backwards, mark it, cut it, and then you put it in this way. So I want my cut edge going towards the wall, so I'll flip it this way, tuck it in there, Grab my pencil, eyeball the grout joint thickness, make my mark, take it out to the saw and cut it. So a lot of people will use the notch trowel on the wall and then back butter the tiles. I kind of do it the exact opposite because of how much cleaner it is to use the straight edge on the wall and use the notch on the tile. Rare that you see me wear gloves, but this is one job where this this thin set will really mess up your hands. This is the chemicals in it, that Portland cement. I think that's what's in here. Even just working with regular cement with bare hands will just make them raw. I usually have a bucket with a sponge in it right next to me to clean up any mess. I'll probably run out and grab one right now.
The knee pads, so you're probably wondering, God, his knees are probably killing him. He's gonna be crippled.
I have yet to find knee pads that are not little torture devices. They bunch up behind your legs. I've tried them all. They've got a brand new pair that you may have seen me wearing, but in this particular position, they are painful. I can tell right here is, I think, a stud, somewhere right in this middle here, because I'm getting some lippage on each corner. So the high spot in this wall is right here. And so I'm just going to pop this one off, thin out the thin set in the middle and thicken it up a little bit. Actually, just thin it out in the middle. Slowly but surely, chugging along. Not much has changed since 3 rows down. Just wanted to give you an update, show you the progress. This is a bummer. You see that little crack there? Well, I didn't. And I already cut this, put the thin set on, and now it's got to come off. I'm going to cut another one. Wham. Getting ahead of myself again. Onto this wall. And I needed to show you on how to polish these edges to make them, the cut one, look just like the factory one. Got this thing here. Just a stone meant for polishing the edges. Of course, you've got to start out with a good blade. And if you get up in there, you can see just a little bit of chips on the side there. You just take this thing, no more chips, puts a slightly rounded edge on it, and this still is yet to get grouted. it goes up to the channel, makes a real nice finish. I mean, it looks really good. I haven't polished the edges yet. I'm just going to test fit it first, see if it's even worth messing with. So that looks perfect. Once the other tiles go on, there'll be a perfectly sized grout line. So now we got to polish it up. Here's what that cut looks like. There's just a little bit of nub in there that I'll sand off with that block or that stone. Woohoo! Man, that is good. You can already tell it's a perfect cut. Patience, taking your time. Man, that is dead nuts there and dead on down here. So nice when your tile is coming out. Really, really good. Thing is, at the end of the day, once it's all grouted and finished, these really minor details, 90% of the people that come in this bathroom will never even see them. I'll show you how I'm marking this one out. I'm going to put this right up here. I'm going to mark this cut. And then this one is going right there, so it lines perfectly up with these grout joints. And this cut's going here. And that's what I'm removing. If I do it right, of course I'm not sure what the tolerances are of this deal here. This can go straight into the back. These pencil marks will clean off. Got any questions? Please put them in the comment section. Make sure to follow me on Instagram if you're interested in seeing the current bathroom project. It's much different, newer construction, different design. That's all. Goodbye.